When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars at LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot.
Return at the 22. The Tigers has the ball first today. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award now. It is a quarterback.
There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So BYU's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. BYU lines up quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Dropping back, it's Bachmeyer.
Oh, you already done that. Good job.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Cole finds his man on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. Hard running there. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy recently, the other side, when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Berry. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. To throw, it's Nelson. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
BYU right back to the line. Shotgun snap on third down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Get you back there, man.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Good timing on the quick out. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Nelson. Dances away. Throws into the middle of the field. And he'll home in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Got it in the middle. It's Phillips. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first down. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw. Catch in the middle, it's Phillips. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. BYU will bring the punt team on the field.
Yeah, so far returns so far.
He'll take it on the return. And they'll get it on the ground as the offense comes.
Yeah, slowly takes a freshman, bro. Yeah, I'll probably keep you back there.
Start the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. Wide open spaces. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Now adjusting. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds a man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Try to barge their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the D deny them on second and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wide receiver comes in motion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeyer. Makes the grab. It's Hall. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Here's the handoff. And he runs into a wall. Maybe he got it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Phillips. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's fourth down.
You get the job next season. Or later this season. Right now,
no fair catches here. Looking for room. They'll get him around and down at about the 19-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. They make the stop.
holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's first and 20. To the air. It's Nelson. Still looking, on the move. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Hill. Taken out of bounds after a good
Pedro.
there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down and once more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Sends it back in motion.
That's what I needed to do.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him get checked out. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times, as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball. But he knew that he had a good run play call, and he knew he could.
Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside the spot. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Buckmeyer. With the catch, it's Hagan. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get a few points on the board before the break. And the Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Off the play fake on first down. Took a shot as he threw. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Well, will they dial it up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The offense moved quickly, use a timeout.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Got it in the middle, it's Paul. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. BYU, right? Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
To the air. It's fired. Fires to the right. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And talk about a first half of the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of his defense. And that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. LSU will put foot to leather to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start.
Baby D! Lay down. Nobody trying to hear you bogging all crazy, man.
Daddy, the food is ready.
Shit.
25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams.
Let's go.
Play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield.
We was help on the read option.
Lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counter approach? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, dime personnel package comes on the field and they do their job, right? They take away all the throwing lanes, nowhere to go for him with the football throwing it, but they rally to him. They use their speed to not prevent an explosive play on the scramble. These guys probably now coming off the field in case this up.
Oh, he's got some space. Attack. And he got away from the defense
Seven
and
good.
takes it in.
These niggas said that's ass off.
And to
Shit,
have a
hopefully
rushing
shit
touch.
fucking played, bro. You gotta tackle him. Tackle him. Just tackle him.
Of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Caught behind the lines. It's Barry. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Behind the chains now, second and long. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Steps away. Got his man. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning a big play after the catch.
Hey, he said, hey, listen, this how you got it. Listen, Kevo, this how I want y'all to.
Offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him down. Tom picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, the nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're leading and taking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with it. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Going for 6. Touchdown LSU. Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, when you've got a quarter... Has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Minnesota. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He makes a stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keep. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. That's caught, it's Phillips. Turning it on! Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. As they get a chance to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Red behind the line, it's Elmer. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Super Mario Galaxy is released.
As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. They just keep firing. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking to throw on first down.
Fuck.
Got his man on the right.
Fuck.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, BYU. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
That's on me, man. I keep running with somebody else.
Which will do well, and you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build on.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Nelson. Using the quick game. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's moved. They get it out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside kid.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Got a little space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who he was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tigers started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on the line. Make the defense communicate. Maybe.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. He lofts one down the sideline. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sinks it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Dumps it to the back. Into the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there. They get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to call on it. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. The handoff keep working on that clock. And there was nowhere to go. just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got it wide open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Stevenson. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. BYU with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
At this point in the game, in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Tight end now in motion. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Winning those individual 6-second battles